Hello, everybody. Here we are again. I want to welcome you to the Connecting Life podcast. I'm your host, Diana Boskma, and I'm here to help you connect the dots of life so that you can live your best life in a healthy and fulfilling way. Today, I'm talking with Viktoria Komlosi, let me say it properly, who's a good friend of mine. She's a health and well-being educator and overall just a amazing human being. So, Victoria, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi everyone. Hi Diana, and thanks to inviting me to your beautiful podcast. I'm so happy to be here, and thanks for the kind introduction. So, as you mentioned, my name is Viktoria Komlosi, and I am a health and well-being educator. And my passion is really to combine modern science with traditional wisdom teachings and help people to see how beautiful and how unique they are, and finding their way back to their truth, way back to their wisdom, way back to that inner resilience what they all have. We all have it in us, and it's really just enjoy and live life what we're supposed to be, why we are supposed to be here. So just a little summary that I am originally an engineer and work in international environment, work in academic research, work in clinical research in pharmaceutical industry. And the last 5 years, I started to be more interested about psychological health and well-being and how we really works, how what's make us a little bit better, or how we can become a better version of ourselves. And through this exploration, or through this self-discovery, because all was about me, I came across, or I believe it's meant to be, I met with two important teaching or spiritual wisdom teaching. One is called the Three Principle Understanding, and the last 1 year I met with the Human Design. And I truly found that these two info or interpretation about life, how truth is it, even in a physical life and even in a spiritual life, to understand a little bit the mechanics of our humanness, our human life. And that's what I try to combine in short videos, in group teaching, in workplace environment, or even just with individual one-to-one conversations, or coaching. So I am kind of doing a lots of things because I enjoy to do lots of things. So I cannot really narrow down my profile. I just really try to find joy and enjoyment in whatever I'm doing. So in short, this is who I am and what I am doing.
Sounds really cool. Thank you for sharing that. So, today, Victoria and I will have a conversation about how resilient we all are. And she's already touched a bit on that, which was really cool to listen to. So, what's made you realize that we are all more resilient than we think?
Oh, this is a good question, but there is no real proper answer to it. I mean, I can talk about my experience,
Mhm.
and I encourage everyone that you will find these kind of answers not with information, but how that information, what you hear here and there, true for you. And this is how I found it, that somehow deep inside I always felt that there is more than what we know. There is more than what we can see or what we can learn or what they are teaching us. That there is in a deeper why behind life. There is a deeper why behind every human connection.
Yeah.
And I started to question these old systems way back. It's like when I was a teenager, that why certain systems working like this, why I have to fit in, why I cannot do things how I want to do. And I just keep exploring, kept questioning, and kept doing what's felt good for me or what felt true for me. And I stood up and I tried to don't believe, not believe, but try to don't go with the mass. Many
Mhm.
times I take a turn that how I choose educations, how I choose my partner, how I choose what I did to choose. It's not it many times it wasn't logic. Many times it was from my heart that I
Yeah.
don't know why, but I felt that that's the good way for me,
Yeah.
not for others, not because someone liked it or not. It was true for me. And how I how I realized that what life is all about. It's just personal experience. And I always really before even this kind of spiritual teaching, I know I it's about me. I looking for my joy. I looking for my happiness.
Yeah.
And my happiness is not yours. So everyone has to find
Yeah.
his own happiness.
Mhm.
And I believe that each decision when we choose or decide based on not by mental logic or not based on other people opinion but how it's felt to you, then that leads you towards that, yeah, kind of your personal destiny or destination, personal uh, direction.
Yeah.
And that's how I learn about the three principle understanding what's like hit me right away when I learned. And that's how we met in that coaching school where I started to deep a little bit more dig inside that how what kind of insights we need to learn or how insights are generated and how we can learn. Because we don't learn from textbooks. We learn from that
Mhm.
what's
Yeah.
the true insights.
Yeah.
You don't remember the textbooks, what you remember that what's feeling the insights give to you what's true for you. Again, it's come to you. And the 3P, the three principle understanding, it's all about these insights that how thoughts creates your feeling, that everything come from a feeling, come from that space, that calm space, what's behind or disturbing thinking. And when you realize that the thinking is like a dream space, and how your thoughts create your feeling is just the feeling is just the alarm system showing you when you are in that calm space, and when your head is too full of thoughts or too worried about something, then everything is switching
Mhm.
how your life is. And I think that it's true for everyone. So that's I think that's kind of beauty of the understanding, really the connection, this kind of invisible connections, the spiritual teaching, whatever, all try to tell the same, that we are one. There is a space within us. There is a space where you are who you are and true to yourself, and you feel good, and that everything what's not you, you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it in your body. And I think that that's where I started to understand, and that's where I started to see that what's resilience and what's life is all about.
Yeah.
Being who you are, feeling, and just enjoy my life and find my way through these insights, through these feelings. And everyone has that. We are the same. We made the same way. It doesn't matter which part of the world you born, what kind of religion you follow, where you are. Everything, like, I come from the science, so we know inside the body works the same way. So why the psychology cannot work the same way?
I think it does. I've read one of the books that was stood really out for me with that is The Happiness Advantage. And in that's really science based, all science
Mhm.
based. And it basically shows that trying to be happy, living your most happy life is what's going to make everything feel better. So focusing on your happiness is where it's at, not at, oh my goodness, I don't have money, or oh my goodness, I don't have a partner, or oh, I want children. Focus on being happy. Because when you're happy, everything else will become easier and everything else will fall into place. And it was one of those things that I thought, wow, this is amazing. So I need to focus on making me feel good in however way I can do that. And of course, there will be lower days because without the lower days, the high days won't be there either. So it's quite nice to have both of these feelings. But just reading that book, it's a scientist, the man who wrote it, and he's traveled all over the world teaching it. And it works everywhere. So, yes, what you said about the mind and the body, it works the same. It doesn't work any different. We can all be happy as long as we don't start focusing on my past has been so difficult because this, and this. Because nobody's past has been super easy. Everybody's gone through things. But sitting with that past is going to make you feel low. It's going to get you depressed. But also worrying about the future, that's going to bring out quite some anxiety because we don't know what the future will bring. I don't know what tomorrow will bring or the day after. I'll just see what happens. First of all, waking up the next day is the most important thing. And that's definitely a good thing to just be happy about, especially with the sunshine we have now. It's amazing weather. So that's also another thing to be happy about. So just realizing that, focusing on happiness. What are the things that bring beauty and happiness in your life? I did, it's a while ago I did it, but there was at some point the 100 Happy Days challenge. And it was to find a picture of something that would make you happy in that day and then post it on Facebook and tag the friends that got you into it. And honestly, it changed my focus because I didn't realize how difficult it was at times for me. And I was in a really bad place at the time that I started it. I wanted to be in a good place. So it was this thing of, okay, I want to see things that make me happy. And sometimes it was just the sun coming up or a flower that I saw or something. But changing that focus on what makes me happy made everything in my life just better. And yes, I did the whole 100 days. My friends did not, but I did because this is amazing. This is changing everything for me because it really was. So it was quite cool to do. And that's years ago in the meantime. I don't even know how long ago. Probably about 10 years.
Yeah, I think that you see that if we see the resilience, focusing that what's make you happy now.
Mm-hmm.
And when we go back to the past and start to think what you did wrong, it's you feel awful because you cannot change it. If you go to the future and what's horrible things might happen, you feel awful because it's like you can't predict the future, so you are uncertain.
Yeah.
But when we see that here and now, you can create happiness only here and now. Your body is here. Your
Yes.
body is living in the now. And when you come back to your body and use your five senses, whatever you can touch here and now, that will bring you back. If you can smell a nice flower, if you can look at the picture, or if you can listen a noise, or something what's happening here, your senses operate here. But your mind can be all over the place.
Yes.
And when your mind all over the place, You cannot focus in the now,
Mhm.
because I don't know, I always bring this example that, have you ever read a book and you read the page like 5 times because you start to read, and after the first row your mind jump everywhere. So it's so hard. We trained, we conditioned to be busy here,
Mhm.
here,
Mhm.
everywhere. They say you have to think, you have to think. We are thinking without we try to think. You are a thinking creature.
Mm.
That's our mind job, but that's how you use it.
Mhm.
That's the key. And when you understand, when we understand, not just you, me, when I understand this, how my thinking creates our feeling in the moment,
Yeah.
because every feeling, it's here and now.
Mhm.
And even your thinking is the here and now, but what you think, that's even a memory, a stored memory, what's destructed and change over time, and we try to be always like a victim
Mhm.
of many times, and even in the future as well, that you will be the victim. And instead of really recognize that my job here and now, just see where I am, who I am, what I like to do, how I how I can be more present. And
Mhm.
as you says, and based on that book, what you mentioned, that it's all about recognizing and seeing,
Yes.
and applying or practicing to recognize the good, even the bad, because our life, it's like a weather.
Yeah.
You cannot predict 100%, and it's always ups and downs, and it's
Mhm.
it's always changing, because this is a dynamic place.
Yeah.
Here it's very dynamic. You cannot stay calm or happy or joyful all the time, because
Mhm.
this changing, your mood will swing. You see people, you meet with people whose energy or thinking or vibration or whatever, you pick up things from
Yeah.
outside, from the news, and that's, you make it yourself, but as well that it's not yours. It's nothing is can really affect you from the outside.
Mhm.
Psychological, it's inside.
Yes. That's something. A quote. Let me get it because that's. I've got it here. That's something that just when I read that I had to say, oh my goodness, I never thought of it that way, and it's just one of these quotes that I just love. It's the quote is from Miguel Ruiz, and it's we believe that we are living in an external reality, but in truth, all we ever see is inside our heads. The more I think about it, the more I have this thing, whatever happens, the way I think about it is giving it a certain meaning that I can also decide to give it a different meaning. It doesn't have to be that meaning that I was taught to give it. One of the things is someone's grumpy. Oh, that's my fault. Well, no, probably not. But
Yeah.
it's those kind of things. It most likely has nothing to do with me, especially when it's this thing of I walk into a room, I haven't seen that person in hours, and then they are grumpy, has nothing to do with me. But the way many people are taught, and I was taught as well, is that is on me. Then no, it's not. It has nothing to do with me. I can still be happy. The fact that they're grumpy does not mean I can't be happy. Doesn't mean I have to be grumpy or anything. I can just be chill, be happy, and enjoy whatever I'm doing in that room with them being grumpy and letting them be where they are. Or if they want help, of course I'll help. That's not it. But sometimes people don't want help. And just realizing it's in my mind. It's not about the factual things because You know, when the dog's in a bad mood, I don't take it personal. So why would I do it with a human being? And the dog does not like this weather, so he's not in a great mood at the moment. It's not about me. It's about the weather.
Yeah, I think that that's it, that when we try to internalize everything or make it personal, but the only things what you can make it, I mean, it's your thinking.
Yes.
It's not the other people, but how you see the other people in that moment,
Mm-hmm.
or what kind of conditioning you have certain situations, that if someone is grumpy, they might told you in the school or at home that, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's because of you did this or did that. But no, because it's sometimes we are just grumpy because there are invisible thoughts, or because everything can affect everyone.
Yeah.
Even the planets are affecting us. It's not it's not about it's not about you. We don't have to really do the reasoning.
No.
I think that's the one of the biggest problem, and I just learned this couple of weeks ago. I'm reading a human design book, and it's all about these energies,
Mm-hmm.
and how the energy flow in our body. And it's we we love to figure out things because of this, because it's conditioned, and it's capable, and
Yeah.
it's wanna know everything better, and wanna be important, or brain. And it's not that, I don't say it's not that important, but it's not built for that.
Mm-hmm.
And when we stop try to find reason why I feel bad, why I feel good, why, we just use that space to be creative, to do something with that melancholic feeling, or with that stress, or with that any negative
Mm-hmm.
emotions. That's where our creativity lies.
Yeah.
Because if you are feel good, it's you are not pushed to do things, to create things. But when you see, I mean, I start to recognize myself that when I feel good, it's, I mean, yes, I can create, still I can create. But when I feel a little emotional nudge, or something, and I
Mm-hmm.
sit with it, and I don't try to rationalize, there where really cool stuff come out from it, where you can create something, like, what, something stand out, an art,
Mm-hmm.
a great dish, a great event, a great writing, a great essay, something what's meaning for you, what you learn
Mm-hmm.
from that experience. And that, when when you show it to someone, or when someone see the change, or when someone see the results, that can affect others. And that's how we evolve, and how we learn from each other, because you have different experience. We even though we work the same way, but how we see our life, how we live our life, what kind of life experiences we are going through, it's different. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's when we recognize that we are not enemies. We don't have to compete, but we can help each other to know and learn
Mm-hmm.
more and more and more in a faster, more harmonized way,
Yeah.
and accept that we cannot change everyone, because not every people for me, and not everyone for you. So we find our people, we find our audience, how we find each other.
Yeah.
It's like we were like 50 in the group, or even more, and some of us stick together
Yeah.
because it's meant to be together,
Mm-hmm.
or we have something to show each other. But it's
Yeah.
this, we'll never knew which one, our head or brain or mind, will never know who is that person. But it wanna, and it's try to explain why this or that. But your heart will know. You, the feeling that yes, I want to know more about this person. I want to know more, Diana, what she's doing. I want to connect and I want to interact with her but more. So it's again, this was also a big one for me, that I can't engineer my network. I can feel who is for me.
Yes.
Or who is for me this time of my life. Maybe we'll not stay together forever, but there are
That's life.
We meet people who need us in that time.
It's a coming and going of people in
Yeah.
life, and that's totally normal.
Yeah.
I'm always, I do have people from childhood that I'm in touch with, but the connection is different than it was back then. So it's more loose these days. It's not so intense. It's not so deep. It's not like we were spending every day a couple of hours together like in secondary school. No, that's not happening anymore. Doesn't mean I don't like them. It's just we're in different places in our lives, which is totally cool. Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And it's fine to have that. It's actually really cool to keep that connection alive, to just see how they're doing on a regular basis. I love it.
Yeah, I think that it's life is not logical. Life is not linear.
No.
Not nothing. Never. We would like to make it like engineering in this way, and when it doesn't work, we collapse and we said, "Oh, I couldn't make it. I'm so No, go with the flow. Follow your heart, and you
Yeah.
never know how cool things will come out from it." And I think that that's again, if we go back to the topic, the resilience, it's like it's there when you listen to your heart, when you listen what it's already there, and don't try to figure out every moment in your life. That's where you go somewhere or learn something.
Yeah.
What heck, you never know when you need. It's like I have now, it's a very close experience that my daughter has kind of like a little anxiety issue in school. Something happened. And hell, it made a difference that I knew about these things.
Mm.
And I say, oh my God, that what if it's meant to be for me to learn this, to be able to help my daughter.
Yeah.
And for me that to be able to hold her hand, I keep my cool because I understand it's nothing about the school, it's nothing about someone else, it's everything come from within in the moment. Because how it can be that she freak out in the living room, that she has to go to school and she's far away from the school, but she's freaking out here and now. Or how it can be that I am freaking out. What's happening with her? I don't, she's not even here, but in my head, it's like playing the worst case scenarios and I feel devastating.
Mm.
And you know that we don't, when we are in that negative space, we don't see it. But when you at least you learn about it or heard about it from somewhere, you can remember how
Yes.
is it work. And then it's lose that grip. It lose the power and it give back the power to you that, okay, if I wait, if I don't try to explain or rationalize, after a couple of minutes, the feeling will change,
Mm-hmm.
especially if I put my attention away
Yeah.
to something else or start to do things what I supposed to do in this moment. And then you feel your body changing.
Yes.
Nothing really change except your mental weather.
Yeah. Well, we want to upgrade that every now.
Yeah. So I think that that's the thing that remember, and I think that that's our job, or I feel that this is my job to show people, to remind, to teach, to help them to see this invisible part. And you know that 80% of our life or 70% of our life unconscious, we are not aware what's really going on inside.
Yep.
And the rest of the part, it's conscious, that when you consciously don't, okay, I interact with people, I do this and do that, and some things might turn you in or out, or stress or happiness or joy.
Yeah.
But the more we learn about this unconscious, it's not just about spirituality, because many spiritual teaching about consciousness and everything, and even any science once was a full spiritual vision from someone's head.
Yeah.
So, everything comes from there, everything. And the more we know about that, the better we understand, we get the control. We might cannot control the way that, okay, it will not disappear, because it's continuous, it's working, it's always there.
It's always evolving, always changing.
But you will understand, and you don't freak out. You just say, okay, so I'm doing again something in my head, and it's just give me some bad feelings. It's okay. This is life. I cannot do something. I can sit with it, and it will change. It will go away. So instead of fighting, you just enjoy and experience this variety of infinite shade of feelings. And that makes life. That's what makes us human. We feel it. We feel everything in our body.
We do. Yeah. Well, we've been having quite a bit of a good talk. Time is pretty much up now. So, I really enjoyed our conversation. It was really interesting to hear you talk about the thought processes and how the body works with that. And I wonder that when people want to contact you, what's the best way for them to do that? They want to have a conversation with you to go a bit deeper into this.
Yeah, so I have a website with all of my contacts and the way how they can work with me, so they can schedule a call to my website and my company name, Concord, so KOMCOORD.com.
Okay.
So they can find me there, or social media, pretty much my name, Viktoria Komlosi, on Facebook and on LinkedIn and Instagram. These are the three main things where I am. And I'm happy to meet with anyone or talk with anyone who is open to go deeper, or who needs help, or wanna bring this kind of understanding to workplaces or group or teams or communities. I think it's important. It is so important, and especially this disturbing time of our life, where everything looks falling apart. We just have to be more compassionate about ourselves, and we have to understand that everyone doing the same. And instead pointing outside, we just have to turn inside and see what's going on, to understand a little bit more about our humanness.
Yes, it's very important. Well, I will add the details of what you just shared, your website and stuff like that, to the description of the video, because then it's easier for people to just click on. And other than that, I would like to tell you that I really enjoyed our conversation. It was quite cool to learn the things that you shared. So, yes, thank you very much for joining me today. And let's see whether we can do it again at some point.
Thanks to inviting me again. I really enjoyed as well, and wish you good luck. Continue your beautiful exploration and conversations. I think it's mean a lot for people, and keep continue our connections as well. Looking forward to. Thanks again. Thanks to listen. And
bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.